Well. You're listening to Gloves Off with Professor Buitrón. Alright then, I may say words on point, straightforward. No jibber jabber, everybody forward. Issues, facts and solution. Get it at Gloves Off with Professor Buitrón. Alright, what other thing is a revolution? Get it on point with Professor Buitrón. Gloves Off, no nonsense issues, politics, community. A better men for Laredo. Gloves Off, a revolutionary show with everything that you need to know. With Professor Buitrón. Watch ya!
We're back at you in Gloves Off, and I'm here with Justin Hundsnurcher, who's running for LC Board of Trustees. How we doing?
We're doing great. Thank you very much.
It's always good to see you. It's always fun to have you here because you always tell us about the new things that you found, and it's always interesting. You know, I know the campaign is here.
Right.
I know there's several people in your campaign. It seems like everybody seems level-headed. You know.
Right.
What have you found out, things that are going on? Because you're the one basically who would say, oh, you know what, we found this,
yeah,
and nobody mentions it.
Well, first of all, it's always good to have a candidate who researches what's going on. You know, a lot of these candidates, they're running and they just hear it from the president, or they just hear it from certain people out there, right? But it's important to actually look into the issues. What's going on? Talk to the faculty, talk to the students to see what's going on. Talk to the people out there who pay the taxes. Taxes are one, first of all. We have actually, and a lot of people don't know this, we have the highest tax base for a college in the state. We have a tax rate of 0.32%, which is basically more than double than El Paso, San Antonio. So something's really wrong there. People are paying double in taxes than people who live in El Paso. So what is going on? How are we spending that money? Another thing is enrollment. Enrollment, I checked into it. Since 2009, the people or the students who have graduated from LISD and UISD going to LC has actually decreased by 50% since 2009. So what is going on there? We're only focused on new enrollment, which is great. The new enrollment that they have with UISD, but what if that goes away? We need to focus on the traditional enrollment. That's very important. The traditional enrollment that's in-house. We need to do three things, I believe, to increase enrollment. One of those things is implement the Palomino Promise, which is one of the programs that I try to bring over, right? That program basically covers the gap between financial aid and out-of-pocket expenses.
Sure.
And it's geared toward graduating high school students.
Let's talk a little bit about, you've mentioned two great keys. Number one, taxes. The taxes are higher. We'll touch base on that. Right. But you also mentioned the Palomino program. Explain the Palomino program.
The Palomino Promise is a program that is funded through philanthropy. Mm-hmm. It's geared to our high school students who are graduating, those seniors. Many of these times, these seniors, they don't know what they're going to do, quite honestly. We have a lot of programs at LC that are available to them that they can go use, the vocational programs, the nursing, and so on. So let's go ahead and get those students in. As I mentioned, enrollment has been down. These students are not going to LC. What's the reason behind that? They're going to TAMIU, or they're not even going at all. So we need to make sure that these students, in fact, get a higher education. Sure. This Palomino program or Promise basically captures those students from those high schools, and we can get those. Another thing we need to focus on is the working adults. The majority of the students that LC has are aged 18 to 20 years of age. So we're leaving out a whole population that they are not going to college. I know a lot of people who are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and above who want to continue going to college, but they can't because they work, they have a family. So we need to offer some incentives and programs so we can get those people in. Mm-hmm. And of course, we need to offer more vocational programs, the technical programs. That's very important. We cannot shy away from those.
No, there's a lot of things that need to change, not only in LC, the whole spectrum of things.
Right.
We always claim to be number one port of entry. Yeah. First it was land, now it's both, now it's all around, so on and so forth, but we're lacking a bunch of things. LC is doing the same thing. We're number one nursing program.
Right, that is true.
But I really want to see number one everywhere else as well. I want to see, I think we have to gear for that, I think we need to bring back programs, vocational programs, which is a must. And I think they're doing that. But I think we have to bring back programs that are going to be for the employment, for the workforce, that
yes.
we have here.
Especially right now during these difficult times with the
Absolutely.
pandemic.
You know, and what occurs with the whole spectrum of being number one, okay? Well, some people attain being number one.
They get comfortable with it.
And then that's the end of the story.
Yeah.
You know what? You have to be obsessed. You have to continue moving forward. And I think that's what's lacking. I think we have some good people in there. We just have to light some fires here and there, and I think everything would pan out in the future. But let's talk about the tax rate, because the taxes is something that is killing everybody.
It is.
And when we're compared to San Antonio and elsewhere, and we're double that, we're not getting our money's worth. What's going on there? You know, where's the problem? Where do you see that one?
Well, there's definitely a problem. I think the way we're spending the money, I mean, we're the highest in tuition and enrollment also.
Mm-hmm.
The students are paying the most in any other college here in this state, and the taxes are also the highest. So something's very wrong. We have the highest concentrated of poverty in the state, first of all. Okay, so and then for us to pay more taxes and for the students to pay more tuition and fees, what is going on in there? You know, we need somebody. Yes, we're number one in nursing, which is fine, but we need to make sure that we keep making progress. You know, we cannot get complacent. We have to continue making progress. We need people in there who will look at all sides and work together so we can go ahead and move on and progress. I think the spending has to do maybe are we getting the bang for the buck? You know, marketing obviously is not really working because enrollment from high school graduates have not really increased since 2009. So we need to look into all that. We need to be more present in the high schools. We need to implement those programs that I talked about. Make sure that we capture these students, whether they're graduating or the working adults as well.
No, you know, Justin, those are great points of view that need to be brought out, and people need to think and where it's at. Those questions need to be out now asked, and I think now after the bad flu crisis, people are waking up and taking note and saying, you know what, or else we wouldn't have so many running.
Yeah, I have 5 candidates in my race.
Yeah, 5 in your race. There's 10 in one race and another one. There's 5 in another one.
And then there's writing candidates too.
There's all over the place. So the people are not conformed with what's going on with their municipalities. And LC is a municipality. It harbors a lot of people inside, right. And we need to take care of that. We need to take care of our youth. We need to take care of our education. We need to bring in the workforce. It's fine and dandy when everybody goes out there and takes a picture like, well, we're working together and waving a flag and kumbaya.
Those are photo ops, yeah.
But
they're famous for that.
But when you're actually doing something, it's a different story.
Correct.
You have to do something now. And right now's the time. It's no longer, what can I say? How are the people treating you now, because now COVID's different. Now, the campaigns are different. What do you see different now? Because you've done it.
Yeah, this is not my first rodeo. Well, the difference is obviously, and I as a campaign try to, not basically go knock on doors. That's something that I have not done just because of what's going on with the pandemic. But online, being present, talking to people on the phone through Zoom, that's very important. Like I said earlier, I'm a candidate that is researching the issues, try to look to see how we can improve our college and the community. I'm not looking to see what I'm going to give out for free next. We have a lot of campaigns, so we're looking to see what car wash they're going to give away for free. I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on what we're going to do for the people. Your vote is not for sale. And a lot of these candidates try to buy your vote that way. So, and I think also people are being receptive based on my background as an educator. That's very important. I see firsthand these high school students in the class. I'm the only candidate who's inside the classroom that sees these high school students that are transitioning to the workforce or to college. And I think that's a very important thing to have. It's a perspective that is needed on the board because we have a lot of business people that have been in government their whole lives, which is fine, but we also need educators who are in the classroom. They see the needs of the students, and that's very important.
No, I see that. We see it. We see kids growing here and going to high school and then leave and then don't come back. They
leave Laredo.
And I see that dramatically, and I've seen it probably for the last 20 years. We've had many students that have come in here and stayed in the workforce here in law enforcement and in the firemen. We had a huge array of it, but a vast majority have left. We have a couple of one attorney that just come back. So it's good to see those kids who are in here grow up and become model citizens.
Definitely.
And it means that you're doing something right. And I think LC has been doing something there for the longest time, even though the names have changed many times. It is from the community. And what we need is we have to continue basing that, and we need to bring that forward and with more energy. I don't think what I feel is, it's mediocre, let's be that. You know what I'm saying? I guess I wasn't that way. When I competed, it wasn't that way. You entered the ring and you wanted to be the baddest one.
You always want to get better and better.
You know what I mean? So that's just the way it was, know. But here, people seem to be content. I'm content. They throw you a bone like the dog. He's content.
Right.
No, you want to strive for something.
Right.
And we will have debates. Like I was asked by several you and others.
Yes, they're very important to have debates.
We're going to have them, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to have them. Because we have a lot of people out there that are good individuals that are running, and people are not. They don't know.
Exactly.
And you need. And now that I think with what I'm trying to do now with Gloves Off is switch it a little bit to start informing the less informed. If there's something wrong, let's deal with it as a community.
Right.
And I hate to say this, but our leaders kind of kicked us in the curb throughout.
Right.
And all of them.
In general, right.
And it's the communities that are bringing us together. It is the small businesses that are helping the small businesses stand up on 2 feet.
Because nobody's going to be out there helping them. The government is not going to save them.
Exactly right. So now we as a community have to tell these individuals that are running, like you and everybody else, hey, let's start doing it correctly.
Right.
Let's start moving it. You all are part of the community. And I was told he said, you know what, when a candidate comes in you, he's actually doing a job interview. And I said, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Candidates, we're not working for the candidate. The candidates are eventually, if they get hired, they're going to be there and they get elected.
That's exactly right. They're
hired,
for the people.
They're working for the people.
Yeah.
So you guys out there, learn your candidates, research, call them up. But enough of that. Now let's talk about what new subject matters have you said, you know what, we really need to focus.
The nursing program, as we know, is number one, which is excellent. So let's go ahead and improvise on that. We have the nursing, we have the healthcare providers. I think what the pandemic showed us this time around is that we need more hospitals, more healthcare facilities. Even the city admitted that. So let's partner with them. Let's partner with the state. Let's bring in hospitals. How about a hospital in the south? What if this pandemic gets worse? What if we have another pandemic coming in? We need those help. We have those healthcare providers. LC has that program. We're providing those to the community. So let's put them to use. Let's give them those jobs. Let's not have them move out of town. We can use them right here in Laredo. One of the reason why we really can't fully open right now is because the hospitalization rate is high. We don't have enough rooms, according to the city. So we can do more as a community, not just the college, but working together with them to provide these individuals, which we already are providing at the college, and open up some facilities, some hospitals.
That's a great point, but I think hospitals are mandated by census, and they're mandated on how many people, so open up another one.
Right.
But I think that's what we should be striving for now. I think our leaders in general here in the city of Laredo, that's their number one goal right now, is to make sure that we have enough beds. Yeah. We open up another hospital, period.
Right.
And, Laredo's growing. In 20 years, multiply it.
Yep.
Okay.
In 10 years, the census was not going to look the same as it does now. It's going to look right now.
Okay, so it multiply it. Multiply the population twice. And that's what Laredo's going to be, basically. Of course, people are going to pass on natural causes,
right.
And what happens is that people are coming back. The kids are coming back. They're staying here. They're moving. You don't want Laredo to become a ghost town, and that's what we're all fighting for it not to become that, because it can very easily happen. But the problem that we have is, that I see, is we need to elect people that care about why they're being elected. Understand what I'm saying?
I agree. Like I said earlier, it's not just about giving a free taco or a free car wash to someone. You know, it's kind of, and I hope the voters see through that, because we have a lot of candidates out there who think just by giving out something for free, they automatically are going to get the vote from that person. But I hope the voters ask the right questions. Where do these candidates stand? Do they even have a platform? You know, have they researched what's going on at the college, or they're just told by somebody what's going on? Everything's fine and dandy. Perhaps it is, but there's always room for improvement. What are you trying to improve? You know, if it's good, okay, what can you make? How can you make it better?
No, you're absolutely correct. I didn't know they were giving away free tacos for votes now, you know, and before they used to give dances. Now the pandemic,
Because of the pandemic,
there's no dances.
Car sanitizing, and I don't know what it's called now. They're going to have an event for pets, and so yeah, it's changed the whole.
And so you know, it's interesting, but I think, you know, it's marketing, how they're trying to market themselves. You know, I look at it this way: you wanna win a campaign? Look what Donald Trump's doing. He's winning left and right.
Right.
Period. You know, you wanna learn by the best. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, and be out there, be amicable, be there for the people.
And that's what it's about.
And that's it. Be there for the people, and be there when somebody calls you. If you're elected, if you're an elected official, and somebody calls you, don't pass it to the secretary.
Yeah.
They called you. So pick up the phone, call the person back, be amicable, even if they're complaining, be amicable. There's a lot of, I frown on this. When you have a candidate and you meet them, you talk to them, and all of a sudden you call them and say, hey, this is going on. How do you look at the campaign? They say, call my campaign manager.
I don't even have one, first of all.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So when they say, call my campaign manager, well, maybe we should be electing your campaign manager, because we know.
And they will probably do a better job.
They'll do a better job, because number one, if we hire you and if you get elected,
Yes.
you're just telling us that you're not going to be around.
Exactly.
So for those out there and listening, hopefully it hits the spot. Pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone,
when
answer
people
that
are,
email,
when people call and say, you know, we have problems over here in the district, we have a question with the college, this is going on, pick up the phone.
Exactly right.
Period.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got a couple of weeks. Next week it starts.
Yes, the early voting, there's an extension, 3 weeks now. Starts on Tuesday, the 13th through the 30th. And then, of course, Election Day, November the 3rd. So it is a citywide race. I do want to remind voters of that. A citywide race, that means my name will appear on all your ballots if you live within the city limits. So I do hope that people go out and vote. They learn about the candidates. It's very important about that. Not just vote for the person that has the most signs or the biggest signs, or the person that gives you a free car sanitizing wash. It's very important that you learn about the issues. Do they have a platform? Where do they stand? You know, I have nothing to prove to any upper hand or any politician out there. I'm not going to be a puppet. Many of times you have people who get elected and they're just there to be a proxy vote for somebody. That's not me. I've been fighting for the issues for the past 6 years. I did not just decide to run just because I wanted to serve in office. I'm not here to look to serve another higher office, and you know, I'm here to serve the community at Laredo College as an educator. I believe I have the right experience for this race, and that's why I'm running.
You heard that, folks, and best of luck to you and everybody out there.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, everybody has to work with each other, and it's sad, but it is a race, and
It's a
at the
campaign.
end, there's only one.
Yeah.
You know. So best of luck to everybody. We will be having the debates this Saturday. The debates for the college, so please tune in if you want to look at our we're going to be having live on YouTube on our channel. You can look it up at Buitrón Academy or Gloves Off with Professor Buitrón. And we're also going to share it live on Gloves Off on Facebook, so you guys can see it. This is done for folks out there to get to know the candidates, because right now in this rough time, it's hard. It's hard for people. You know, people do not know what's next. They don't know if the media is telling them the truth, and here we're just being straight out blunt. Maybe that's why they don't like us or whatnot, but we're going to tell it like it is. and we're going to continue doing that. And, well, what's your next step?
My next step is to continue campaigning as much as I can, and hopefully I do get to win. I want to be elected. I don't need to get this. I don't need to be an elected official. I'm not doing this because I want to get my name out there and have a plaque. I'm doing this because I really care about the people. I see a lot of issues that go on, especially as an educator. I want our students to do better. They graduate high school, a lot of them, they leave Laredo, they don't get a higher education when the opportunities are there. We just need to know how to reach them. And I know how to do that, and hopefully I can be one out of those 9 individuals from the board that can get some stuff going on. A lot of the things remain stagnant. Like I said earlier, some of them are just there for a proxy vote. And I don't want to be that kind of board member. I want to be an active board member who will be there, answer the calls, answer the emails, be active on social media, and be willing to respond to the people. Because in the long run, like you said earlier, we serve the people, we work for them. And in fact, we don't even get paid as board members. There's no compensation. There should not be, But we do this as a voluntary basis. I don't have any hidden agenda. So that's very important that you look at the other candidates. What is their agenda? Is it really the people's agenda? Are you their agenda? Look at that.
Well, number one, thank you again. And folks, once more, exercise your right to vote. Next week it starts early voting. There will be curbside service. Wear your mask. If you can wear your mask to go to the grocery store, you can surely wear a mask to wait in line and fill it out. It's going to be a long ballot. Do not get discouraged. And avoid voting by mail. Please do that. Avoid it. Avoid it like a plague. And until next time, peace.
The following political paid advertisements do not reflect the political opinions of the program or its associates. Any political campaign or candidate who wishes to purchase advertising can do so. Advertising is open to all on behalf of Gloves Off.
Hello, how are you? My name is Celestino Marina. I'm running for City Council, District 5, and I would like your support. Together, we will win. Thank you.
Hi Laredo, this is Carlos Perez. I'm running for Laredo College Board of Trustees Place 8. You can follow us on social media on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at CG Perez RLC. I look forward to gaining your support this campaign season and earning your vote November 30. Thank you.
Laredo College needs a leader, an educator with a vision to move forward for a positive change. This is why, as your candidate, I want accessible education, and most importantly, I want to listen to your concerns as a stakeholder, students, faculty, staff, and taxpayers.
It's time for education over politics.
Vote Justin Hundsnurcher Casiano for Laredo College Board Place 7.
Hi, I'm Amber Avis Hinojosa, ready to change the direction of District 8. As a resident and business owner in the heart of the community, I know the pressing issues at hand. It's time to realize the potential in this district. Join me in the fight to bring change.
Vote Amber Avis Hinojosa for City Council District 8. The future of our district is in our hands.